Hello everyone. Welcome. How are you doing today? Are you guys doing good? Let's start off this video with some Rise of Industry. I've been playing this a lot recently. I actually really enjoy this game. I find it really challenging, and it's something that I'm really looking forward to, and I hope you guys really like this series. We'll see how far we get in the series. So let's just begin. We'll start with the town name. I'll just do a random seed. Just like that. And we'll keep everything on default. All this stuff, like we can change everything that we want. If we want more lakes, or if we want flatter terrain, or the amount of resources on the map, we can change it all. But I like it on default. Now there's different presets for difficulty options. Now you got your newcomer, which is really good for new players. Normal, which is something that I really do like to play. It just basically zeroes out, so you don't get no benefits. Veteran, where things cost a little bit more. Pollution is a little bit heavier. The event difficulty is a little bit harder, but you get a little bit less money too. But we're gonna do a startup run where it's very, well, it says it right here, cruel. So we'll see how this goes and give it a try. Again, I think I've done 4 or 5 games on startup, and they haven't turned out too well. So I'll try to do an episode and post it online. You guys can leave a comment on what you think we should do next, or how I can improve the current situation. So I'm just gonna set a reminder for 30 minutes. 10 minutes for editing out the stupid stuff if we need to do that. Oh, timer. 30 minutes. Go. Alright, let's start. Okay, so we're gonna do startup. And the difficulty is 305%, which is fine. So let's start playing, since we're on a time crunch here. We'll see. So yeah, my day's been going so far today, you know. It's been a day. It's Monday, whatever week it is of whatever month of this year. Still remember that it's 2020 though. Not gonna forget that shit. Alright, let's start with doing what I usually do, setting up a few of, don't need building names, but shop names and truck and products. But we actually have a grocery store. That'll be fun. Not so often I get a grocery store. Sorry, for the most part it's a ironmongery or a clothing store. But a grocery store is helpful. A farmer's market and a hardware store. Close that up so we don't see that. So we can see what we can sell in our little town. See what pairs with what. So we can do apples. Apples are, for startups, you'd want to start at the top row as much as possible. You'll make the most income. So oranges, sugar, beef, and apples. Those are 4 main things, although beef and milk, if we have hide too. We can also do livestock, but livestock tends to lose money on startup. I haven't figured out how to make livestock profitable. So maybe we can try that out and see what you guys think. Wood is like for 3 grand. Under 3 grand, it's not even worth it. You'd have to put that directly into a tier 1 product, which we'll talk about the different tiers a little bit later. But so we do have apples, and I also see here we can also make apple smoothies. It's great. We have flour from wheat, so if we do beef, which we need wheat, and process that into flour, which might help. We have olive oil. They're pretty cheap, but at least we can like get into the food a bit. Canned mutton. Cans. Can't do cans yet. Well, we do have iron here. Can think of doing some steel. Water and sugar. Something to do with the sugar. It's put into yeasts. And we'll talk about the different tech trees and how they intercombine with each other. We have potato chips, which is potato, paper roll, and olive oil. But 20 grand more. Like apple juice, apple smoothies are just like, yeah. And then we have dough, which is flour and water. Again, you know, eggs. You have some wood. Rubber, that's not a bad price, 10k for rubber. Cotton, I usually always make money on cotton at the beginning. Although that's more for like textiles and clothing. It's not really goes along with the grocery store. Coal, sand, wool, leather, and oil. So I do think we should focus probably more on the food aspect. Go around the map, see where we are. We have a huge terrain here. Pollution in startup is a wide area. Very vast. We have Hagen here, which has coal and iron. Not bad, so we'll drop in our headquarters. Doesn't matter where you put your headquarters, you can put them anywhere, but I like putting it in town. Makes me feel like I'm part of the community. Right, which we want to be part of the community. And let's start, so we should probably start with apples. Hardware store. I think apples will give us more bang for our buck. So, let's get the tech tree up and running. And of course you get 3 free techs in the first 2 rows, so either something in this row or this row. So this is the tech tree. I guess I should explain this too. You can put money into tech, so this tech is going to cost 200k. The more R&D investment you put money into, the faster you can invest in things. So for wheat, we need water, but we're not going to do wheat. Apples, which is under drinks. So apples and apple smoothie. There we go. We just got them because we used our free tech. Let's use the one more free tech. And let's start into some oranges, or I think we should probably go something into auxiliary. More fields. That's something we can add 2 additional fields, so it makes the output go up, but the what are we talking about here? The building upkeep should stay the same. There's a good one you can start off with. Pollution. Well, we're not gonna have too much pollution because we're gonna be farming. A lot of people go into urban roads right away for faster roads, which makes sense. Even one-way roads, so you can keep your trucks moving. 3 more destination slots. That's so you don't need a warehouse right away, so you don't have to pay for a warehouse. You can just ship things from your buildings. Instead of shipping it to the warehouse, then the warehouse has unlimited slots. I'm going to trains, which I don't think we'll go into trains right now. And efficiency. This tab here is where you can unlock faster investments. So right now we can only go 100k a month. We can unlock the 250k a month, and you slowly unlock more and more. And this side is where you can up the salary, the efficiency, so you can increase it or decrease it so you don't make as much, but it doesn't cost you as much in upkeep. Very useful. I found this very useful in startup. But I think we're gonna start with probably start working towards crop fields. Are we going to be relying heavily on crops? Now we have to find a place that's somewhat flat and somewhat in the middle and is easy to get to. I would like to be as close to this town in case I produce oranges in this town. They don't do apples anyway. Town. Low price. Yeah, we don't need to worry about that. We'll just be close to our town. I think right here will be a good setup. Let's start pumping down some. Leave some space. There. And then farm. Apples. Ah. Oh, okay, we can grab water from here. That's fine. We'll ship water from there. So we have our first apple farm that are making apples. So they require 1 water per field. And we plop down 3 fields. It'll take 30 days to produce 2 apples per field. So 2, 4, 6. 6 apples every 30 days. Doesn't sound like a lot. I don't know which city can live off of 6 apples in 30 days. Oh. They can't. They need 6 apples for every 15 days, so they can actually support 12 apples every 30 days. So we can work that to our advantage. 5, 6. So 1 more apple field, which we'll just put right across the street, which we're gonna make the street here. 1, 2, 3. Connect that with the road. There we go. We are now going to fully supply the town with apples. At 9k an apple almost. Should make us a little bit of money. But don't forget water. Types of water. You have the water well, which is 150k, and you can put that anywhere and it'll just take water out of the ground per water wells, almost like you see towns in Middle America, I guess, or you can do the water siphon. Now the thing about the water siphon, it costs a little bit less and it produces a little bit more water. So that's what we'll do. We'll get a water siphon. You don't have to put the water siphon in the middle. As long as the white area around the water siphon is on the water, that's where you can build or 1, 2, 3. So these guys will produce water each. So it's 3, 6, 9. 9 water. Connect it with the road. You have to be careful because you have to actually overlap the roads. If you don't, just don't connect there. That. Our main road. There we have it. We have. Oh, but how does the water get there? Destination. Apple Farm 1. Apple Farm 2. Well, that's to Apple Farm 2. Now we have water going to both Apple Farm 1, Apple Farm 2. It's gonna cost us $2,000 per truck to send water. Right? The apple farm will take 6 water. We produce 9. So if we just continue sending them, it's going to continue forever. What we want to do is minimize it so we can maybe just send 2 at a time, or max 4. We'll go max 3. We'll have 1 water extra per apple field. So you'll get to see that in just a second. Now what do we do with these apples? We'll sell them to the farmer's market. Then max. No, we want them to send 6. We'll meet demand. Easy button. They'll only send the demand. Now why do we only want to send the demand when they can store 100 units? Well, the more units you have, or the lower the price is. So I don't know the exact ratio, but say if I had 50 in here, the price of each of them selling would probably go down 7 or 6k. So we'll just keep it at the apple farm and just let it replenish as it needs. And there we have it. If we hit play, we'll get to see water siphon in the overview. Start making water. Now this is the salary that I talked about with the efficiencies that I said was really good with startup. As you can see, if we're low on water, once we get that research, we can boost building upkeep, lower production time, and it will produce more per month because it has lower production time, 8 days versus 10 days. Or if we're producing too much water, instead of turning it off, we can lower it. So the water is almost getting ready to be shipped out. Now the trucks to go from the water pump to the water siphon are free. So it doesn't matter the distance, they're free. Kind of see the little water jugs inside. Get the trucks here, which is kind of cool. Each thing looks a bit different. And they'll ship the water, which costs 2k. Bezil costs 1.92. They'll ship them to our farms. Now the next thing on our, what else did we get? We got smoothies, right? Well, smoothies. Have to place them a little bit further away. What we'll do with the apple smoothies, put them down this road. Springs Factory. Okay. I call this apple. Right now we fire 1 apple every 25 days with 1 water, produce 2 smoothies. So the math starts to get a little convoluted now, but 25 days is pretty simple to say a month. We'll call it a month. 1 apple, 1 water, every month, make 2 smoothies. And we can have 5 smoothies every 15 days, so 10 smoothies. So technically we can put 5 of these in. Well, the apple smoothie. Have enough apples, we're making 12 apples. 12 apples a month. It was like 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 12 apples a month. But our water is going to be the issue. This will produce, the water siphon will produce 9 water. We have We have 3 water left over. So then we can produce 3 of these. With the amount of water that we have right now, which is totally fine. I can live with 3. Check the road. Connect this. Like this. We do have to tell the water siphon. Go to the drinks factory. 1 extra. Oh, and then we're out of destination slots. Actually need more destination slots. Great. Destination slots. Let's get that up before we go more fields. Make more money before more fields. There, so the destination slot is next. Up a bit. Production alert. Missing input. Apple smoothies. Yes. Call this apple smoothie 2. I know there's not the best naming convention, but it helps when you have like a huge company, I guess, business empire, and you're looking for McCracken, and you're like, what did I name McCracken? Was that the chicken? Or was that like the water? Maybe it was the coal? No idea. This way I know if there's a pop-up that I don't know what's happening, I know, oh, apple smoothies are down. Boom. We'll get the destination slot up and running. In the meantime, we can talk about selling versus moving to another factory. So right now everything's going to the farmer's market. You can see you've got little icons here denoting the trucks. They're all moving apples from the apple farm to the farmer's market. Now they don't sell right away. See them start to pile up here, 1 stored, 2 stored. Every 15 days, so on the 30th and on the 15th, they sell. When the 30th hits, this will all sell. And we're maxed out. The apples should now store inside. What I want to do is also tell you guys to sell apple smoothie, apple smoothie 1. Okay, now they'll send to the farmer's market and to the apple smoothie. 2. Apple smoothies just to continue their progression. But what's to stop them from going to just keep selling to the farmer's market without bringing anything to the apple smoothie? Nothing. Bring it when they have extra. With the farmer's market, we'll keep the minimum keep up 1. The apple smoothie, 0. So in order to send to the farmer's market, they need 1 extra. And number 2 will sell to the farmer's market. The apple smoothie, they don't need that one, so they'll keep sending the 1 that we reserved, and they'll just keep sending that there until this is maxed out. Same with this guy. Same spot. Same thing. 2, 3. That smoothie 2. 2. Don't need more about pausing the game. 1 smoothie 2 and 3. They're all set. Drop keep 2. The apple smoothies. Oh, I got 2, 1, 3, 2 destinations. And there. And that's the basic supply chain. All done. Now we just watch the money roll in. So we're using up all of our water right now. Let's turn our R&D off. We'll have $1.1 million. So, to make more money, we'll need more water, more apples, more apple smoothies, more. It's, the game, it'll always just more. But we'll speed it up, see if we're making any money next month. They're getting their water now, and now they're working. Everything has a progress bar. You get to see the lovely progress. So we sold 50K last month. With a huge deficit. Building upkeep. But we'll need more water, more apples. So let's set that up. These shore ones need a bases in order to build, but they need to be at the same level. I can't put one here. I can't put one there. Here you have a flat terrain on your water, connect all the roads. This water's just going to be collecting right now because we already have this one supplying everything, and it should be almost a perfect ratio. Probably run out a bit in the water. Yeah, run out of water there. You start to see little trucks move around, and you know, it's kind of like, no. Hopefully we get what I should act. Let's build another farm while we have money. While we have money. That's probably my problem. Building too much. Have no money. Connect it. Sell this water. Go to apple 3. 2. Apple 3. Go just farmer's market. Send water here. Just this might run out because remember these were 25 days instead of exactly 30 days, so the math doesn't quite add up. We'll use that as backup. But we'll have lots of apples left over. Not too concerned with apples. As you can see, the pollution is starting to grow from making smoothies. Apparently, apple smoothies are really polluting. You know, you have to crush those apples. You need those machines. And to puree a smoothie, more machines. You know, you just can't do it by feet anymore. Venice, this isn't wine. It's apple smoothies, man. Hopefully with this we'll be making some money here soon because we are losing it, and I probably already messed up quite a bit. Out that loan. apples aren't making me enough money. So we have the production overview where you can see different tiers of products. Last month versus this month. Did I not? Oh. Ugh. Helps if I sell these. Right? We'll get an influx of cash there. Now that we have this lovely loan to worry about too. How come nobody told me? Nobody told me I wasn't selling anything. Ah, darn it. Well, let's grab that money. And that's actually my 30-minute timer already. Can you believe it? I've actually been talking for 30 minutes. Wow. There's not even a time to, like, get into the good shit yet. We just set up. Let's wait till the end of the month. It's November. We'll wait till the end of the month and see how we're making on money. Then I will end. Look at that, 150k. Yes. We made money, even though it says 5.15 because we took out 5 million, but we made 150k. So our enterprise is now making money. And I'll see you guys. Don't forget to like and comment. You know, tell me how I'm doing. Don't mention that apple smoothie thing. That's going to be a pain in my arse. Already is. I already took out a loan at way too high of a price. I think we're effed. But I want to thank you guys all for watching and have yourselves a great day.